According to a report by the Wall Street Journal on September 26th, China's latest nuclear-powered attack submarine sank at a shipyard near Wuhan in late May or early June. Subsequently, a Pentagon spokesman also confirmed that a Chinese submarine sank near the dock. However, he did not confirm whether the submarine was carrying nuclear fuel and said that the Chinese Communist Party was trying its best to cover up the incident. It's reported that the sunken submarine is the first in a new series of nuclear-powered submarines and has a unique X-shaped design at the stern. Satellite images show that large floating cranes entered the relevant waters in early June after the submarine sank to carry out salvage work. The report pointed out that this nuclear submarine was built by China's State Shipbuilding Corporation, and the final equipment installation was completed next to the Yangtze River Pier at the end of May. However, the submarine sinking dealt a huge blow to the Chinese military, especially in terms of its expansion plans for nuclear submarines. Thomas Shugart, a former U.S. submarine officer and defense researcher, once posted on social media X that he discovered from satellite images on May 29th that a newly built submarine was docked at the Wuhan shipyard. However, by June 13th, the submarine disappeared and was replaced by 4 large crane barges that appeared to be conducting salvage operations. The images were not clear enough to determine whether the objects involved were indeed sunken submarines. Later, Shugart updated on social media that the U.S. Department of Defense confirmed that China's first Type 041 nuclear-powered submarine sank at the Wuhan dock and that the CCP was trying its best to cover up the truth. He also pointed out that the CCP has a history of concealing accidents, especially in Wuhan. Photos show that the submarine may have been partially sunk and had orange oil blooms indicating a possible oil leak. By early July, the crane barges have been evacuated and Wuchang shipyard resumed normal activities. In addition, the military website The War Zone also specifically reported this incident on July 19th. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Shugart said that the government would not hide a similar incident in the U.S. Although the submarine has been raced ashore, it's expected to take several months before it can be put back into the sea, as its equipment, electronic systems, and electric motors will need to be thoroughly cleaned and replaced. At the same time, U.S. officials did not find that the CCP conducted radiation testing in the sinking waters. There may have been casualties in the accident, but the specific circumstances are not yet clear. Shugart believes that because the submarine had not yet gone out to sea, the reactor may not operate at high power, and the risk of a nuclear leak is low. Zhou Ding, the host of the military program Military Affairs, said, "The United States has confirmed that the Chinese Communist Party's most advanced nuclear submarine suffered an accident, which highlights the high accuracy of the U.S. intelligence system." He pointed out that the possible accident to the submarine was initially discovered only through satellite images, but Western military experts could not draw accurate conclusions from these images. Now the U.S. Department of Defense has confirmed the accident and pointed out that it was a nuclear-powered submarine, indicating that the U.S. has the details of the CCP's submarine crash. Zhou Ding said that satellite images cannot provide such specific information, which means that U.S. intelligence agencies can penetrate into the Chinese Communist Navy and obtain precise military intelligence. This is a serious warning to the CCP, showing that many of the CCP's military operations or arrangements have been controlled by the U.S. He further analyzed that the submarine involved in the accident was a variant of China's Type 039A conventionally powered submarine and may be equipped with a small nuclear reactor. Compared with the conventional Type 039 submarine, this submarine is slightly longer and has a displacement of between 3,000 and 4,000 tons. It's mainly suitable for operations in shallow waters, especially in the environment around the Taiwan Strait. Brent Sadler, a senior fellow at the Heritage Foundation, a Washington think tank and retired nuclear submarine officer, also said that the accident will significantly impact the Chinese Communist Party's plan to expand its nuclear submarine fleet. Sadler pointed out that the sinking of a new nuclear submarine built at a new shipyard may seriously slow down the development of the Chinese Communist Party in the field of nuclear submarines. The Chinese military has been committed to diversifying the production of nuclear-powered submarines. According to a report on China's military strength released by the Pentagon last year, as of the end of 2022, China had 48 diesel-powered attack submarines and 6 nuclear-powered attack submarines. Previously, China's submarine production was mainly concentrated in Huludao. Now the Wuhan Wuchang shipyard has been transformed into a nuclear-powered attack submarine manufacturing base. However, the recent submarine sinking not only threatens China's plans to expand its nuclear submarine fleet, but also exposes management shortcomings in the Chinese military and defense industry, as well as its long-standing corruption and lack of accountability. This is not the first time such a military accident has occurred in China. The British media Daily Mail reported on October 3rd last year, citing intelligence from the British Ministry of Defense, that the Chinese Communist Party's Type 093 nuclear-powered submarine 093-417 encountered an accident while performing a mission in the Yellow Sea, which may have caused the death of all 55 crew members. Reports pointed out that during the mission on August 21st, the submarine hit an obstacle used by the Chinese Navy to capture foreign submarines, causing a serious failure of the oxygen system, and all crew members died due to a lack of oxygen. It said that the dead include the captain of the boat, Captain Xu Yongpeng, as well as 22 officers, 7 cadets, 9 petty officers, and 17 sailors. After the incident, public opinion focused on the submarine accident. U.S. Navy submarine expert Sutton posted on social media on August 22nd that the Type 093 submarine had a serious accident near the Taiwan Strait, and all crew members were dead. However, this news was not confirmed at the time, and all parties remained cautious. Later, military enthusiasts captured footage of what appeared to be a large-scale rescue operation off the coast of Shantou, China, triggering further speculation. The Chinese Communist Party officially denied the rumor, saying the relevant statement was completely wrong. However, when asked about this, Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense only said that it was inconvenient to disclose more details. The British side also remained silent and did not comment on the content of the intelligence. The Chinese Communist Party has always boasted that the aircraft carriers it has built are amazingly powerful, but this is not the case. It is worth noting that on May 1st this year, the Chinese Communist Party highly publicized the Fujian aircraft carrier's departure for sea trials. The Chinese Communist Party's official media said that the Fujian is the first catapult aircraft carrier designed and built independently, using various new technologies such as a straight and long flight deck equipped with an electromagnetic catapult and arresting devices. The Fujian ship is the first time that the Chinese Communist Party's military has entered the field of modern aircraft carriers to narrow the gap with the US military. However, whether in terms of range or combat capability, the Fujian ship is still significantly behind the US Navy's Nimitz-class and Ford-class nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Peter Layton, a visiting scholar at the Griffith Asia Institute in Australia, said that although the Fujian ship's comprehensive combat effectiveness has improved, its main purpose is to mark the development of the Chinese Navy. He pointed out, "This is a capable ship, but in a major war it may become a target early on. In a major war with the US or Japan, it's unlikely to survive the first week and is vulnerable to submarine attacks." Some analysts believe that the main problem of the Fujian aircraft carrier lies in the power system. The ship uses electromagnetic catapults and arresting devices, and its tonnage is large. The increase in the number of aircraft carried leads to huge power consumption and higher requirements for the power system. Although the steam turbine drive can provide sufficient power, it consumes a lot of fuel, especially heavy fuel oil, which makes the weight of fuel account for a quarter of the ship's displacement, seriously affecting the endurance and maneuverability of the aircraft carrier. When the Fujian travels, it needs to refuel frequently, which prolongs the replenishment time of the aircraft carrier formation and weakens its combat effectiveness. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers have significant advantages. The nuclear reactor technology of the US aircraft carriers is mature, and although the CCP has nuclear submarines, its technology is significantly different from that of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers can not only greatly improve endurance, but also provides a stable energy supply for equipment such as electromagnetic catapults. The Fujian uses conventional power. Although it's equipped with 3 electromagnetic catapults, its main engine power is limited and may not be able to perform at its best in ocean operations. In addition, carrier-based aircraft are also the key to the combat effectiveness of aircraft carriers. The US military's carrier-based aircraft are rich in variety and mature in technology, covering fighters, attack aircraft, early warning aircraft, and other types. The CCP's current carrier-based aircraft are mainly J-15, which is relatively backward in technology and has a large gap compared with advanced carrier-based aircraft such as the US F-35. Although the CCP is developing new carrier-based aircraft such as the J-35 and KJ-600, their actual performance and service time are still uncertain. In addition, the US military's carrier-based aircraft system is complete, with supporting facilities such as early warning aircraft, electronic warfare aircraft, and unmanned refueling aircraft which can effectively improve combat capabilities. The CCP's carrier-based aircraft lack refueling and early warning aircraft, affecting the long-range combat capability of aircraft carriers. Moreover, the US military has been operating electronic warfare and radar technology for 60 years. It has rich experience while the CCP has limited experience in this area, and it's difficult to catch up in the short term. In recent years, the CCP has rapidly expanded its aircraft carrier fleet. After the unmanned Liaoning and Shandong, it has launched the Fujian aircraft carrier. In this regard, Mark, the host of Mark Time, said in an interview with the Epoch Times that the CCP is eager to build an aircraft carrier, and its political significance is far greater than its military significance. After Xi Jinping came to power, he showed a strong ambition for maritime hegemony and tried to narrow the gap with the US military quickly. Therefore, it took only 12 years from the creation of the Liaoning to launch the Fujian, which shows the huge investment of the CCP in aircraft carrier construction. The goal is to be on par with the US military in the Pacific, but it ignores the Fujian's huge difference in technology and performance. He further stated that this rapidly built aircraft carrier may have many hidden dangers, including problems with the power system, electromagnetic catapult technology, carrier-based aircraft combat capability, and personnel training. Xu Xiaohuang, an associate researcher at the Taiwan National Defense and Security Research Institute, believes that the construction of the Fujian is not only to imitate the US military, but also a necessary step for the CCP to achieve its goal of a blue water navy. Aircraft carriers can help the CCP project force in a wider range of waters and advance its global naval strategy. Su Zheyun, director of the Strategic and Resource Institute of the Taiwan National Defense and Security Research Institute, added that the Liaoning and Shandong cannot effectively fight far from the coast due to the lack of early warning aircraft, and the Fujian is to make up for this deficiency and move towards true ocean-going combat capabilities. Interestingly, there was a hot discussion on the Chinese internet about whether to donate to the CCP aircraft carrier, and netizens' comments are like a counterattack against the CCP. A netizen started a discussion and joked. A friend suggested that everyone donate 200 yuan for the Chinese Navy's new aircraft carrier so that a smokeless nuclear-powered aircraft carrier can be built. Are you willing to donate? I think donating 200 yuan is not as good as smoking a few more packs of cigarettes. Then other netizens responded, some people are lucky to survive, some people can't afford the medical expenses of 380 yuan. How can we ask for everyone to donate 200 yuan? I have nothing, how can I donate 200? A netizen pointed out, Singapore has no aircraft carrier and neither do Germany, Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland, etc. But the life there is desirable, so the people's happiness has nothing to do with aircraft carriers. Two other comments also received support from netizens. I want to donate 300 yuan. Can I call for aircraft carrier support when I am bullied by urban management? And I would rather throw it away than donate. There are also overseas netizens who said, I would rather donate to the US to support them in building more aircraft carriers and F-35s. If we can raise military funds for the US military to fight the Chinese Communist Party, we can raise a lot of money. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. We appreciate your support, and see you next time.